Umpires in the centre of the ground, ready to start the third quarter. Half-time scoreboard shows the home side, Modewarre, 2 goals, 9, 21 points on the board. Whereas we see Anakie with a brilliant second quarter where they kick 7-5. Their entire score to half-time, they're 7 goals, 5, 47 points. Yes, Crane, you've just been off to get a pie, actually a spring roll and some chips. How do you see the second half shaping up, Ron? Can Modewarre peg it back a little?
Well, they've really got to dictate it out of the middle and take it across to the outer side of the ground, Cookie, to have any chance of kicking goals from that far side. Because, well, we saw a couple of lovely goals from Anakie players, Benny Beggs, Corey Bissett from this dead side, but they were freaky goals, those.
You've got to be at the far side. They didn't do that in the first quarter, and to Anakie's credit, Bissett and Welsh down there continually kick the ball to their defensive pocket. As the umpire starts the play back in the centre again, Bird goes up, wins the hit down, fresh air shot from Daryl Bissett. They stack it on top of him. It takes about 4 to cover him up, I can tell you. He gets up from the bottom of the back heap and took a few to cover him up, but he didn't let the ball get out, the big fella. And there's going to be a bounce down again, and Ray Edwards under the eyes there of Phil Dower. I see he having a bit of a look at the game here today. Taken out of the centre by Welsh. He punt kicks the ball towards Tate. He can't mark. Here's the chance for Sean Phillips. Gets it. Turns, spins on the right foot. Kicks quickly as Bainey goes for a chip. I won't throw the commentary on. It's all right. Down towards well centre wing position it goes. Running onto the footy down there, Andrew Girardi, who's come onto the ground. Haven't seen much of him today, Ronnie. Come off the bench. Fresh legs, good move from the coaching bench of Modewarre.
Yes, certainly, Cookie. They need some fresh legs. As the big fella doing a great job for them. Mickey Bird got the ball to ground, but again the boundary line beats the players, and another throw in on the defensive side here of the MCG here this afternoon. Rain still falling slightly, but not quite as heavy as it was, and I think the wind has dispersed a bit.
Dispersed. I think it's eased down a bit. I know it's gone away, Ron. It's just eased back a little bit. Here, Gagel takes the hand pass, kicks the ball around the corner, bounces just in front of the coach's box, picked up by Wosley. Had a great first quarter. Didn't see much of the second. Wosley's kick goes towards, well, midway between the centre at the centre wing, and the mark is taken there by the new player in Ronnie Stoop.
Kicks it long too. Good kick of the football, Stoopy. But this time, though, couldn't find the target because the old China, Peter Connell's there. Takes a good mark, plays on quickly to Neville Gagel, who goes back with quick hands to the coach, who looks there for Scotty Simon. Copped the knee right in the thigh there too, that would have hurt. Butters up, not real happy with that, but he got support there from the big fella in Justin Tate. Quick hands and finds the boundary line. Again on the members' side of the MCG here, the home of the Warrior this afternoon.
And again we see Anakie switching play to the dead pocket at every opportunity, early stages, third quarter. Boundary umpire throws it back into play. They're prepared to fight for the ball on the ground, Anakie. They're doing it pretty well today. It's a different side of what we saw last week, Ron. They were humbled last week, didn't kick a goal till half-time, and
we've lost the power.
We've lost a bit of power. We've certainly lost something there. I wonder if Noel Fanning can hear us.
I think he can. It's only on this TV unit, so we'll have to call it
blind. Call the game. It's pretty dark out there. You can't see much. Much easier calling it off the screen. Free kicks paid back here. Looks like Gagel has taken the free kick down there at half back. Here comes away from Anakie. Punt kicks the ball up. Up goes Bird. Can't mark the ball. Jackson thumps it back about 20 metres. Goes towards Tate. He can't handle it. He might have done a lead here. Yep, we've done a lead. Here comes the director, Noel Fanning. I wish we could have this on camera. He's crawling under the chairs here. This is sensational, Brady. Umpire's going to ball it up as Fato's gone for the lead. I'll keep with the call. You watch Fato, Rod. Here's Tate getting a hand pass over his head. Gets it about 10 or 15 metres further forward. Modewarre first of them. Seidel, pushes it. Oh, he's wound up in the coach's box there. Jamie Seidel. It's all right, though, the young fella. He was pushing the ball along in front of him. He disappeared in the screen. He got the free kick, I can tell you. Takes the free kick. Works the ball towards centre half back. No mark has been taken. Picked up at ground level. Bryce Basili punt kicks back to the centre of the ground. And Scott Simon stands firm.
Scotty Simon, they're doing a fair job early stages of this third and vital quarter. Kicks it long up there. Oh, at the back of the pack. It's just about a mark for mine. And is paid by umpire Darren Nolan. Good decision and a nice grab taken. I think you'll find Justin Tate it is.
We've got our monitor back, which is great because it's pretty dark out there. It looks pretty good on the screen, but I do it's dark. And Flynn goes low with left foot down to goal square. Players rise. No marks taken. It's going to go out of bounds before they can get hold of it down there. Clug was after it, but couldn't gather it in. Boundary throw in. Here it is now. Up goes Bird. Tries to flip one over the top. Unsuccessful. They stack it on. Stacks on the mill. They cry. Half a chance is in there. But no, Ronnie, I don't want it in that marathon spring roll. I don't know where you got it. I'm not going to mention any names, but I don't want it. Trying to give me something to eat I'd never eaten before in my life. Never been that hungry. Bounce down again. Bird goes up, wins this hit down. Slaps it, well, to no one in particular. At the base of the pack, here's half a chance trying to get through there. Picked up by little McLean. Left foot kick out of defence. It's out still inside the defensive 50, and Jason Flynn takes the mark. Probably only about 40 metres from goal. Going to kick it from 43, Ron, but into the breeze, which has dropped, but going to be able to kick it.
Good courageous mark too, running with the flight of the footy there, Cookie.
Yeah, a la Peter Kay, but except he didn't have Lockett coming the other way. Here comes Flynn. Good kick on left foot, drifting away to the right, to the left-hand side. I think it's up hands. I think it's up behind. Goal umpire going back to wave the flag. 1 point off the boot there of Jason Flynn.
Okay.
Coots.
Yep, good footy too. Goes short to Pat Jackson, who made good position in the back pocket. Sets up some football here with Clark. Breaks the tackle. Hand passes. Over the top he goes. Opportunity now for Hovey. Goes inboard there to the run of his teammate Daniel Mortar. Bricker kicks it long and lovely football. Not a worry. Finds it half forward. I think you'll find... I think that was Stoop, was it?
Yeah, knocked down by Seidel. Couldn't take the mark, but he pushed it out wide. The ball's going to the defensive side of the ground again. They Modewarre have to keep it on the far side. Wosley running onto the foot. He can't control it. Hotly pressed by Scott Simon. It's out of bounds, half forward flank position. Modewarre into attack. They need to get, I'd reckon, 5 or 6 goals this quarter, Rod. And so far, well, I'm not sure what we played in the Rockies time clock. Probably about 5 minutes. And we haven't seen a goal to Modewarre yet. Bird takes it out of the air, spins with right foot, kicks towards forward pocket position. Here's a chance, running out of the football Seidel. He's pushed off it by the big fella down there in Peter Connell, was it? Doing well, yep. China.
Certainly is.
Put the push in at the right time, did the China, and out of bounds she goes.
Okay, Walshy now going to do battle with Bird on the scene late, and the big fella, Welsh, kick well smothered off the boot. Good support, Costello. Goes through strongly. Free kick, I think you'll find on play. Umpire Edwards has come in, and on the ground not looking too good at the moment for the Warriors. Dale McGuinness caught one, I think you'll find, from that very aggressive fullback in the 25, Guernsey Michael Costello. And I think McGuinness ends up with the free kick, Cookie.
Yeah, I didn't quite pick that one up, Ron, but we're a fair way away from the play here. Great close-up on screen. Wish we were that close. Here's Dale McGuinness coming in. They need to kick goals. They need them badly. He stabs at this one. Let's wait on the goal umpire. Ooh. I think he's missed everything. He's missed all the woodwork there is to hit, Roddy. I think he's missed the lot. Or is he going to get another kick?
I think you'll find he'll get another kick, Cookie, because umpire Edwards' whistle did sound.
Utter confusion down there. Bissett has wound up with the free kick. Well, he's claimed it.
Well, the whistle sounded
he's
again.
He's kicked it half back.
Just see what's happening. Didn't kick over the mark, as umpire Edwards suggested.
Now the Bradford bat has kicked it back, and Darryl Bissett can have another kick. Not sure whether that's 2 stats or not, but we'll have to ask the statistician later. Bissett now kicks the ball. Lovely kick into the breeze out to half back. Players rise, no mark is taken. Little kick from Anakie. Get it towards centre wing. Tate drives in on top of it. Sean Phillips on top of him. I reckon Tate can get a free kick. And the umpire for once agrees with yours truly, Cookie. I've got one right.
Good decision, umpire David Cook.
Yeah, free kick to Tate. Comes in right foot kick. This will hold up in the breeze. Who's at the front of the pack? Up goes Jolly. Can't mark. Flynn's at the base of the pack. Quick kick left foot towards half forward. Almost the 50. Gee, that's a good marker on in these conditions. Hey, that's a good grab. Round the corner he goes. That player there. That was Justin Tate. Speared a kick into the forward zone and out in front. Corey Bissett.
Yeah, looked very strong. That's about the 7th mark he's taken here this afternoon, and it's a great pair of hands. Is owned by Mr. Corey Bissett. He's kicking from a good 35 metres. A real tester, right into the teeth of the breeze. Not quite as strong as it was earlier, because the rain, I would suggest, has dispersed that heavy, blustery breeze. Comes in, usually a lovely kick. Beautiful drop punt. Look at that.
Magnificent kick. Magnificent kick. It's a goal. Great goal. And look at the ball going to tell Justin Tate what a great job you did, son. You were the one that took the very awkward mark, juggling and diving away. The kick was to Bissett. He put the 4 points on the board. Roddy, dare I say it? Shut the gate. I reckon the Roos are home.
Well, they're playing a very confident brand of football here this afternoon, and so they should. But let's not forget, people don't realise that Daryl Bissett didn't play last week, and they've got Paul Caramoto, Michael Carter to come back as well. They're not a bad unit. They always start off slow, but you watch who's going to be there in September.
Yeah, if the grounds get wet, they really get in it, don't they, with their strength. Up goes Bird, slaps the ball towards centre half forward. Running out, Scott Simon can't handle the footy just when he wanted. Rocky's 24-hour time clock goes to the 10-minute mark of the third quarter, and the umpire's going to ball this one up midway between the centre of the ground and centre half forward. For Modewarre, and they badly need to kick some goals, Rob. They've got to get at least level by three-quarter time.
Certainly. Where do you go to get your locks fixed, Cookie?
Out the Corio Village. See Rocky, he's the man out there. Bounce down towards the centre of the ground. Comes back, in fact, he comes back to the Anakie player there in the number 19 goods. You missed him there. Jamison, was it? He got the hand pass over the top. Out wide it goes. Player in the hands of the trainers there, Ronnie. Doesn't look too good. Is that Daryl Bissett?
I think you'll find it could well be. It's an Anakie player.
Yep, doesn't look too good. The ball's gone out of bounds on the centre wing position, and he's been thrown back in now. We'll keep an eye on that, Roddy, as the ball comes back.
Great mark, though, at half back, and plays on quickly there was the dash of the brick of mortar. Punts it up to half forward, but Costello with strength. Thumps it 20 metres from whence it came, as we see swooping on the football now for the Modewarre side. Pushed as he hand-pulled was Jeffrey Stiles, and the Anakie boys regained possession.
That was through the agency of Bissett, so he must be all right, Ron.
Certainly. No, it's Paul Welsh actually in the hands of the trainers, as we see the kick now. Up to centre wing position. Anakie, opportunity, but no way, said the old brick and mortar. Goes out wide on that left foot. Good body work there, Scotty Simon. Umpire said throw it in, and we'll do that.
Out of bounds. We can see Walshy coming up. Looks like he's done an arm or a hand or something there, Ron, to you. You played a bit more footy than I. How do you feel about that one?
Yeah, disappointing loss, and gee
he's
whiz.
Played well too, hasn't he? The big fella Welsh, nearly best on ground at half time. Modewarre a chance now as they punt kick the ball into the forward zone. Over the header sidle it goes. At the back of the pack, out comes Costello, kicks it up the ground, heads for the safety of the fence. Will it make it? The boundary umpire's on the job, he said. Now it's out! I'm going to throw it in now. That's my ball!
The way he's holding his hand, Cookie, I reckon he might have damaged a wrist or a knuckle.
Yeah, well, they'll miss him. He was their best player last week by a mile, and so far today has been their best player. Boundary umpire throws it back into play. Little kick round the corner goes towards Jason Tate. He cleverly taps the ball further afield. Taps it past Sean Phillips. In goes Phillips, lays the tackle. Fighting hard for it. Tate still at the bottom of that pack. Good play, son. Jason Tate, get a pat on the back, and he got one too. He got one there from empty. Neville Gogol will give him a pat on the back and said, good on you, young fella. Keep at it, because you worked hard for that footy, and that's what counts in days like today.
Yeah, certainly, and it's good to see the youngsters of the Anakie side doing well here this afternoon.
That was Justin Tate, that one, Rod.
Yep, and he's kicked it straight to the centre of the ground, but it's all Modewarre, and the mortar goes over the top. Looks for there for Dowser. Oh, hesitated a bit because he saw Wolf there sort of coming down, as the umpire looks as though he's in a bit of strife there too, and Darren
Nolan's in a bit of strife, and we might yet see the umpire's reporter here perhaps might have to put the whites on, Ron.
Yeah, poor old Phil Dower.
He might have to make an appearance. He's just stretching the hamstrings there. Here the ball's back into play. Long kick towards half forward. Up, no mark taken. At the base of the pack, running away with the footy. Well done to the bat. Bradford couldn't get the hand pass away or the kick. Might have been legged. Well, let's wait and see on this one. Umpire moving a bit more freely in the top of the screen there, Ronnie. Actually, the free kick's going to go the way of Modewarre. A player was legged there. I was looking back at the umpire, my fault. And the free kick is going to go the way of Jeff Stiles. And if ever they needed Jeff Stiles to bob one straight through the middle, right about now is right about the time, Ronnie Brain. They badly want goals, the Warriors.
They certainly do, and he's kicking from a good 40 metres. The drop putt, he's put it in the right spot, but it doesn't swing because the breeze isn't blowing quite far enough, young Stilesy. And, well, he's offline. 3 points off the boot of Jeffrey Stiles.
Yeah, just been off target a little today, Jeffrey. Michael Wood's got 1 goal, 3, and Stiles has got 3 points on the board. Now, at full back, my mate, the heap, Daryl Bissett, chips it in short. The kick's a good one at Costello as the APCO Easy Shops third quarter scoreboard shows us 22 plays 55, 30 3 points in front. Anakie, a form reversal from last week as the ball comes now from Costello up towards half-back. On top of that, or diving in on top, but in fact there's half a chance. He can't control the footy, but he's held it in, and it's a ball-up decision, and that's all they're looking for at this stage, to waste a bit of time. The Anakie throughs, and umpire Ray Edwards, right in screen there, going there, Ray, knocks it down to the ground.
Good bounce as well, Raymond, as we see swooping on the leather there was Scotty Simon, who goes straight to the boundary line. Could have been pinged for deliberate for mine, Cookie. Not forthcoming.
Ronnie, I noticed the grass here is beautifully mowed here. Obviously, there's the Rocky 24-hour time clock coming up. 15 minutes gone in the third quarter. Thank you, Rocky. And the grass beautifully mowed. They tell me you're a good grass mower, but you fell up your right on. You got a right on mower and you fell off it. I can't believe it. You've been drinking water for 3 weeks. That's the problem, listeners. As we see Hobie trying to dive on the footy.
He's only bloke in Warren Ponds with a right on mower too, Cookie, and he fell
only
off
one
it.
in Warren Ponds with a right on mower. He's the only one that falls off it too, I can tell you. And it's out of bounds. Boundaries throw in. Ronnie Brain walking with a limp, which is he's never been limp in his life, according to Gale. Here's the ball, thrown back into play, trying to crash his way through Gogol. Umpire said, look, why don't I start proceedings once again? And Ray Edwards, from out there at Corio Village, our mate at the news agency, Ronnie, he's going to bounce it right down. And I hope you get the last quarter, Ray, because that's when Ronnie's going to stick it right up you.
Good bounce again though, Ray, but he's doing all right here this afternoon. And I think you might know that Philip Dow drives that car he's driving. And, well, he can't afford to put a foot wrong because he wants to get back in that GFL panel.
He's in good position too, Ray Edwards there to affect this boundary throw in. He's right on the ball. Here's the boundary umpire ready to throw it in. Let's have a look at the throw. Oh, lovely throw in the conditions because it is breezy out there. Up they go. Bird goes up, knocks the ball to the turf, goes in after it again. The big fella Bird, he's at the base of that pack. He's a good hard worker for Modewarre, but he needs a few more mates at this stage, I can tell you. Now, Ian half a chance, and the box, the 100-gamer Hovey, just having a little bit of a push and a shove there. It wasn't a barn dance, but nothing in it at all. Umpire Edwards says, I'll start play again.
Up they go. Bird gets it down, but Shark well there by Jamison it was. The loose ball now kicked forward as we see Dowser Russell break clear. Gives it back to Mick Bird, who decides, that's the spot to put it. Attacking side of the ground. The box traps it well. Support from the Clug. His hand pass, though. Put his teammate under all sorts of pressure. And yes, good decision umpire Edwards. Caught with the footy on that occasion. And the free kick will go against that interchange player on the ground in Andrew Girardi as the Anakie boys now take possession.
Yeah, Hearn it was. Kicks the ball out towards centre wing. Half a chance, grabs it. Tried to keep it in with the little boomerang kick. Couldn't do so. Out of bounds on the full. But look, let's not knock Modewarre for that move across the ground. I know it come unstuck. At least they tried something to go to that side of the ground. Now they do it again. Kick into the corridor. Up. No mark taken at the base of the pack. Kicked by the little fella McGuinness. Goes down to the forward zone. Out in front. Here's a mark for Modewarre. Oh, they need one too, Ronnie. They've got one. This is Siddle, the little fella, the rover. He's got the, look, he's right on 50. He's right on 50, Ronnie. It's a fair kick for a little fella, but he doesn't mind kicking a goal, Siddle, does he?
He loves it, and a lot of purpose, and he kicks it well. Gee whiz, the ball just drifts to the right of the big stick. Bad luck there for the youngster, Jamie Siddle. 1 goal, 1. His tally here this afternoon of an unimpressive scoreline at the present time for the Modewarre side. And he kicked 2 goals for the game, Cookie.
Yeah, that's just not enough, is it, Ron? I mean, they should have kicked 4 or 5 the first quarter. 2-11-23 to 8-7-55 in the APCO Easy Shops. In and around Geelong, the APCO Easy Shops. They'll look after all your needs as Bissett punt kicks the ball back into play. The target is Simon. The kick is centimetre perfect, and Simon takes the mark at half back.
Scotty Simon now has a look up the ground. Is deciding should he go across the ground? Yes, he has, and he's got his teammate out there. I think you'll find it looks like from here Anthony Wolf, the back pocket player at half back, kicks it long to half forward over the head of Corey Bissett. The ball won't sit too kindly there for Sean Phillips. He finally traps it, puts it up and under over the top there to El Kuda, who got a kick. Good kick too under pressure from Jason Flynn. As we see now the ball in the centre of the ground. Scotty Simon paddles it out there wide to the outer side. Now Corey Bissett well up the ground from full forward. Got it across to Scotty Hearn, who in turn to Elmer. Punts it to the teeth of goal. Here goes Bedby Ben Biggs.
Oh, the nose pickers run into one. He would have. Oh,
well,
Ronnie
he
Road,
was
it's
pushed.
a goal.
Now that is dangerous. He got pushed right into the padding of that goal post. It's a great goal, but by jingos, wouldn't that have hurt?
Well, thank God the post was padded. He looks pretty crook as he is. How to be if it wasn't padded. And as you point out, Ronnie Dale McGuinness has now come off the ground. Looks like he's done an arm or a wrist or something. It's 2:11:23, Modewarre. Anakie kick a goal into the breeze. 9 goals, 7:61. They've got right away. Ribs, you think, for the young fella coming off there in the 16, Guernsey, Dale McGuinness. And Benny Beggs might have some sore ribs as well. But he's kicked his 4th goal, the nose picker. And he may well yet this season take over from Drago Golubovic as the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock shows us that 20 minutes has gone in this final third quarter. And Anakie answer the challenge.
Yep, the vital third quarter brought to us by the Abco Easy Shops, Bowen Heads, Newcombe, North Geelong, East Geelong, the one-stop shop that's got the lot. That's the Abco Easy Shop.
Wasley's kick was smothered as Brady breaks into song. It's a frightening sight if you ever sat beside him. Free kick being paid here to Tate. Played a fair game too, Jason Tate. Been lively. Comes in, gets under this one. Holds up into the breeze. Towards half forward. It's inside 50. Out comes Bissett. Uses the fist and spills to Wasley. Away goes Wasley. Goes left foot. Goes left foot. Goes Wasley. Down towards half forward. And drifting back, Scotty Simon takes the mark. Immediately plays on. And he's aimed. I reckon he's aimed for that trainer, Ronnie. He kicked it straight over his Scott and just really ducked. It's out on the full. Scotty Simon played a reasonable game, but that wasn't his best kick.
No, it was a little bit ordinary. Slewed off the side of that big left foot of his as we see Mickey Walsley now. A possession. Kicks it to the centre of the ground. Good footy. Dowser Russell. Kicked that. Yeah. Take a chance, I like it, because he takes plenty. Gave it to the run of Andrew Jamison. Kicks there to half forward. The old Cooter there in Shane Coots beaming down on the football. Couldn't trap it prior to boundary line. Right in front of the Modewarre coach's box where the looky, there goes Cookies sitting there watching. Well, the boys not performing at their best at the present time. 2:11:23 Modewarre. 9:7:54. Abco Easy Shop third quarter scoreboard. There's been a whistle on play, and it looks like Jason Tate with the footy.
Once again, he tries to play on, well run down there by McLean. Tate gets it back, gives it to a teammate there in Junce. Junce goes out wide, gives it to Jamison. Jamison, a long hand pass in towards Bissett, too high for him. Oh, Anakie player throwing up the footy round the neck if you don't mind. Free kick coming up. No, Basili gets the free kick. Away he goes, and away goes the Bryce out of the centre of the ground with a left foot kick, and he sends the Warriors into attack. Russell's up, he can't mark. Base of the pack is Gibbons. Gibbons, quick kick up towards half forward. Here comes Bricks and Mortar. Gets it, hand pass over the top. Gives it a Hovey. Hovey dummies the hand pass. Gets caught. Now gets it away. He's got support there coming down the ground from Friday, being a quiet player. And Friday on Saturday gives it to a teammate. And away go the Warriors.
Yeah, great use of the body there though. Mark Bradford could have been fringed on an opponent, but play on's the call. He put himself in well there on that occasion. As we see Girardi there working hard for the Warriors, but he can't trap the footy in front of the 93.9 Bay FM sign over there on the ground. Good shot there on camera. Throw it in, said umpire.
And he does so too. Up they go. Simon does the ruck work, knocks it to the ground. Needs a bit of help with a little kick. It goes across the face of goal. Well, it's not across the face of goal. It's across half-back flank, we might say at this stage. Charge here for the Warriors. Pick it up cleverly through Wasley. Spins onto that left foot. Do you reckon they would have woken up to it by now? He's had enough of it. Kicks the ball into the pocket. No mark taken. Play on the court. The base of the pack. Hand pass. Get it out of there. They call it. The crowd's calling to get it out of there. Jamison shows guts. Dives in on top of it. Does Jamison. He'll affect the ball up with McLean. Well played, Jamison, and he's being told there by the big fella there in the 53 jumper, Justin Tate. He said, good on you, son. You did just what was needed at that time.
Up they go. We see now the big man fly for that guest video pie. Bird got it down nicely too, but it's struck by the Anakie defender who, punts it toward the goal line and unfortunately, I should say boundary line, but Shane Coots in the way and chips it back to Bryce Basili. Takes a good mark there at centre wing.
He goes across the ground. They have to kick it out in the guts there, Ronnie, but they get him back and taking a nice mark here.
Bradford again.
It's the bat. It's the Bradford bat. He takes the mark, chips it in short to Scotty Simon. Now let's see the left foot kick this time. He again headed for the trader, but this time he found Darryl Bissett out there in the defensive half-back flank position. He'll put the boot in. It does so towards centre wing. The kick is a beauty. He finds half a chance. He plays on. The kick will hold up into the breeze. Gagle's got it back with strength, and he takes a good mark. Cooter pushes him over. He's hurt himself there. Cooter done the shoulder, I think. Bit sore there. Be all right, I think, Cooter. But the mark, good mark taken by Gagle, used a great deal of judgment. Now he spears the ball into the forward line. The kick is a good one. Oh, Benny Beggs, how did he catch that? He was behind, reached around in front of his opponent and took the mark. Yes, good mark, Beggs. I think he's too far out, Rod. He's got to kick it from about 44. Into the breeze. The lead's on. Bissett, Corey leads into the pocket. Bissett, Corey catches the footy. Bit easy at the moment for the Anakie Roos. Very acute angle though for Corey Bissett. His personal tally, 3 goals, 2 for the day. Don't forget he gave one to Begsy very early in that second quarter. And Corey Bissett, I think he'll just run around and have a long big... Oh, he's played on past Pat Jackson, runs in the goal, bends it back. Oh, I think it's missed there. Oh, wait a minute. 1 point. That deserved the goal. That was brilliant play by the big fella with bad legs. Oh, didn't he do that nicely? But unfortunately, the Breeze really bent it around at the finish. One stage it was going to be a goal. At one stage it was going to miss the whole lot. But it got halfway. It got a point. 9 goals, 8.62 on the board. Modewarre 2.11.23 on the APCO Easy Shop scoreboard in and around Geelong.
Lovely kick, Paddy Jackson out wide. Up they go. High flies was Dowser Russell, and he's been awarded. I think you'll find a free kick because it wasn't a mark. A for effort, Dowser, but umpire Edwards did
25 minutes gone, Ron. And the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock in this third quarter. And if Modewarre were going to make any impression, it had to be now, and they've made none. Hand pass comes back to Russell. Russell goes over the top, sets up his teammate. That looks like Michael Wood up the ground. He's thrown to the ground and loses the footy. Ian, half a chance, grabs it. 26 minutes gone now on the Rockies clock as half a chance tumbles the punt towards half-forward flank position. Out of bounds it goes. Picked up here. Going to give it back eventually, this play. Wasn't too sure we wanted to give it over or not.
No, I don't think he did either because, well, he liked the footy. He hasn't seen a lot of it today, so you know what I mean?
Boundary throw in. Bird doing the battle with Tate. Not much of Tate, plenty of Bird. He wins the hit down easily. Knocks it straight down his teammate's throat too. Hand pass over the top. Oh, Salt went for the hand pass. Well smothered Jason Flynn. The hand pass was on there, but Jason Flynn put the hands up nicely and smothered it off the mitts.
Yeah, pretty impressed with that youngster's performance here this afternoon. Had done a lot of the hard things of this tough game of ours, Australian rules footy. As we see the ball now back into play, off hands of that throw in. A little bit of pushing and shoving.
Yeah, the box getting a bit upset out there.
Yeah, I'd suggest a frustrated 100 gamer here this afternoon. Started the game very well, but has died out of it second and third quarter.
And he's had plenty of mates.
Certainly.
Bounce down. Up they go. Decisive knockouts. We don't see many of those these days. And bad news for Modewarre. Ronnie just walking past us, Glenn McLean and also Shane Coots, both of them with track tops on and don't look too good, heading for the medical room.
Yes, that's disappointing for the Warriors because they need every man out there at the moment fighting for this 4 premiership points here this afternoon of round 8 GDFL football. They're presently trailing by 32 points. They're not out of it, but as you said earlier, Cookie, they've got use of this slight breeze now and really should make good use of it because it's going to be pretty tough in the final term.
Bounce down, just the attacking side of the centre there. Bounce down, a good bounce to Ruckman Rose. No one able to look, there's too many players on the ball for mine. And I think you'll find that umpire Ray Edwards agrees with me and he said let's try and start proceedings again. I think Anakie's tactics now, Ron, will be just to close it up and hang on to that pretty handy break. I mean, you think they were home from here. Up goes Bird versus Tate. Tate might have won that one. Goes to centre half back position. Basili had a fresh air shot. Got it the second time. Little left foot kick down towards the centre of the ground. Out comes Hearn. Gathers. Hand passes out wide. Looking out here for Jamison. He paddles the ball in front of him. Quite content to see it to go for the fence. And that's been their tactics all day, kicking against the Breeze. Siren time, 3/4 time, has arrived at the MCG. And Roddy Brain, would you like to give me the scores, if you wouldn't mind, and the scores for the listeners and the viewers out there at Ruth and David Dean's Paco Pub?
The Queen of the West Hotel, of course, supporting GDFL football and guest video for the 94 season.
Well, just before you do, there's David Cook on screen there. He's got a broken ankle and he must be very morbid at the moment. He'd love to be out there trying to lift his side, but he can't do so. No more looky, because there goes Cookie.
Disappointing, isn't it? And, well, you can see every tale tells a story, and that's the scoreboard, and that's the APCO Easy Shops scoreboard, the one-stop shops that have got the lot. APCO Easy Shops. Here at 3/4 time, we see that Anakie hold a convincing 39-point advantage. Anakie, 9-8-62, have really got command of the Modewarre side at 2-11-23. And, well, Modewarre having use of that breeze at that third quarter, Cookie, and only managed 2 points.
Well, that'd be disastrous if you were the coach. Wouldn't you be thinking they'd kick 4 or 5 with it? And well, I know it had dropped a bit, but you'd think they'd kick a few with it and put themselves back in the game. But they're no hope at the moment. And Anakie, real reversal of form from last week, blasted away. They now lead by 39 points at three-quarter time. There's the APCO Easy Shop scoreboard, 23 plays 62. Final quarter coming up. Let's see how many Corey Bissett can get in this last quarter.